Welcome, I'm Denise. Good old trusty Denise. I am in the chaos of getting ready for a live show. I have a lot of moving parts going on and I'm trying to prioritize. And guess what? I decided let's prioritize on camera. Why do this by myself when I can bring you along with me? The first thing I wanted to do was remove the items that were unlisted from this is basically my live show rack. It's also the rack that I use to prepare items for photographing. So this is a portable rack on wheels, and then I have a big rack right there that doesn't really move. It has wheels, but it just stays put. It's full of stuff that I need to photograph. So this part of the process, I have some stuff that I took off of this rack that I don't have space for over there. So what I'm gonna do is just put the items. I have items here that are listed, that are already in my tray that I need to hang up for the show. When I hang items up for the show, for example, these Lululemon leggings are a size 8. I would call them a medium. So what I'm going to do is hang it up. And I have these handy dandy little size barbs that I put on my hangers. They're from Amazon. And that helps me with the visual when I'm doing a live show. If people say to me, what do you have in a size 2? I know I make size 2s, extra small. Extra small is white, so I'm gonna go extra small, small, medium, large, extra large through 2X. That's how I set up my rack. It helps me visually organized and be on the fly when I'm doing a live show. So these items are listed and need to be hung up. I would consider this one a medium as well. Since I have mediums on hangers already, I'm just gonna use the ones that I already have. This, I think, is a size 6. Sometimes I consider a size 6. I consider a size 6 to be a small when it comes to Lululemon. Posted this week. After I organize things by size, you know, I kind of do it that way. So I do bras, tank tops, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and then I go shorts, pants. I just try to keep the like items together in case someone says, oh, do you have a size 8 pair of Aligns? I can look in medium, and then I will just skim past the shirts and I'll go right to the pants. So this is not listed. So I need to move this over to that pile. I have a pile over there of unlisted stuff that I want to put in the show. Of course I do. Of course I do. So these are the items that are fresh in my inventory. These are a pair of brand new with tags pants that I had some of the baking soda from doing a load of laundry on my hands. And I'm just going to hopefully sell these tomorrow, and then they're just gonna bypass the putting them in inventory process. These just all need to be hung up. This whole pile right here needs to be hung up. I have stuff in the wash, or the dryer I should say, that is going to be a part of the live show that I actually need to photograph. I keep all of my Lululemon stuff now in one bin because when I have a Lululemon show, I just pull out the Lululemon bin and I don't have to hand pick from the different categories. That's really a completely different video, but not everyone categorizes their inventory by a number and letter system. I categorize my inventory by actual category. So that's why I have a straightforward Lululemon bin itself. Now, let's roll over to this side, okay? I need to determine, am I just going to have simply unlisted items in the show? I personally prefer having things listed with title, the brand, the size, the color, to see if it interests someone. If you just have, and I've done it, just an unlisted show, it's a little bit more navigating, and people need to have patience because they need to wait for you to say what you have on the rack versus, oh, okay, you have a purple Swiftly Tech in a size 6. That's what I'm looking for. Can you run that? So I prefer to have the tray loaded with items that people know what the item is. So I'm going to begin to hang up the items that I know are already in my tray. I've loaded my tray. Then I'm going to photograph or just quick list with a photo the items that are unlisted right now in my closet. I think I'm going to opt for the quick list. With the quick list, you can add a photograph, and so I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull out the items that are in the dryer, and I think that's it. I feel like I'm going to bump up at the 50 items. If it wasn't for this video, I may have been a little bit more disjointed. Then I'm actually going to go through and run a video of me setting up for my show and when I start my show live tomorrow. So stay tuned. Let's call this intermission. With having a live show tomorrow, I'm feeling the pressure. I'm just like, I feel like I'm at a little bit of a tipping point at the moment, and that is, it's not a great feeling. I don't think I've sold anything today. I sold something today and the payment failed. So, yay me. Good job. Perfect. Gosh. I actually truly love reselling, and I'm just like in one of those, just kind of like, I feel like I'm in a funk. I am in a funk with trying to keep up with like the workflow of things, and you know, committing to life things and my job, and you know, it's just all of a series of events, and you just kind of wonder like, maybe I could just shut down my closet for a few days, take a breather, and then return. I've got a friend back there. I've got a friend right there. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Do you want to go in the house? I bet you're looking for dinner, aren't you? I've been seeing some really cute sleeveless Athleta shirts when I'm outsourcing, and they're just so overpriced. I actually think I would lose money if I were to buy them, because just with Posh taking 20%, there's just no way I could make money off of buying a Athleta t-shirt for $14. Oh my goodness. I've recently been talking about the prices of things, thrifting, and it's almost like you have to source online from other resellers. I feel like I am gonna be just with Athleta and Lululemon filling up my tray, and I have things that are in the dryer that need to be posted and stuff. So I don't know what number I'm at the moment. Gosh, I'm not sure if I put this in my tray. I'm gonna check. This is a Lululemon coat, and so I have some Lululemon items that aren't really a fit for live shows. I'm gonna go into my tray right now. If you go to My Posh Shows and you click on your show, you can see what's in your tray, what you loaded. And so far I just loaded Lululemon, and I'm not sure if I put this coat in or not, so I did not. So I am not going to put this coat. I'm going to leave it in the Lululemon bin, and I'll have it close by in case anyone is interested. I did like double check to make sure some of these items are actually listed, you know, so you really need to be on top of it to live sell if you are feeling scattered with your stuff, and I am looking scattered. Not only am I feeling, I am looking scattered. Girl has stuff going on, bags and bins and bobs. It's looking like I'm probably not gonna source for next week, for a week. Which is very good for me. I'm not someone who has to go sourcing all the time, but I definitely feel like I need to take a little break. some really pretty coral type colors right now. Super fun. Super, super fun. I am gonna quick list those items, and then that's gonna save me some time, and hopefully they'll sell. And then here's the coupling of doing a quick list. You can upload a photo pretty easily now. It's gonna give people a visual of what the item is, and then it's also gonna save you the time from having to photograph all that stuff. And if people want more details like measurements, you can just do it live on camera. Don't you guys love hanging out with me? Just so much fun. All these reseller bits and bobs. I joke, you know, I am just constantly reselling. Don't ask me what my house looks like right now. I have tasks in my house that I need to be taking care of. So as you can see, as the rack is loading, I'm gonna move this a little bit. You can start to get a visual on the colors. So extra small, pink is small, yellow is medium, red is large, extra large is green. I have some 2XLs on the rack as well. I like to be size inclusive in my live shows. It's very important for me. And people are looking for sizes that go from extra small to 2X. There isn't just a, you know, market for small and medium. We really need to diversify as a reseller and provide items that our community and our audience is looking for. There's a pair of Girlfriend Collective pants that I accidentally put in my Lululemon bin, and if I had sold those, it would have been a little bit of a wild goose chase trying to find them, and I would have felt pretty frustrated. Hi. Let's see. I have some items that are not listed that I was just hanging up, so I may go grab some hangers to continue hanging them up. My tray is loaded with all of the items that are right here on the rack by size. So if you just want to give it a look through, it pretty much goes by size. There may be some Lululemon stuff kind of added in, but my tray is loaded. I'm going to grab some hangers. I will be right back. Hi, everyone. The size 14 Lulu joggers, yes. Hi, thank you. I hope you start live shows too as soon as well. I'm so glad. I hope the YouTube videos have been helpful. It feels like they have been supportive for people. So the size 14 joggers are exactly what you think. Let me just confirm the inseam on them. They are a little tacky. So, you know how sometimes if you put your Lulu pants in the dryer, they can become tacky? These are, to me, a little bit on the tacky side. Here they are. Let's see. I'm going to tell you what the inseam is on them. So they are 28s, just so you know, they're 28s. I would say I can run them for 38s. And that's pretty much my bargain basement Posh show price. So you can think about it. I'll have them. I don't know if they'll last through the show just simply because of the size. They'll be kind of early in the show to go, but anyway. Okay, let me run that. So at my last show, I sold my Posh Live notification that had 90 likes. So not a fine moment here. Not one of my best moments. Let's see. I want people to be able to see the full hanger rack in case there's anything that catches your attention. So Kelly, it just depends what it is, but typically about live, I run about 50% off. Unless it's like I'll be running a lines at around 38, shorts around 20. Some bras I run for a little bit lower. I know I have that Merlot bra. That's going to be a 24, unfortunately, due to the color and the condition, how new that one is. So yeah, that's basically my price point. So the next bra that I have is a Run Top Speed bra. This is also a hot coral, but the contrasting color with this bra is actually navy. It's got the really fun peephole in the back, and then it has just like a piece of elastic here to really help create the perfect fit. It's gonna expand where you need it, and it's not gonna make the band isn't gonna feel like really tight. It has some cute panels. This does not have pads in it. This is a size 6. So it's called the Run Top Speed. This is not a bra that Lululemon makes anymore. Let me see if the size dot has, nope. This is just an old school, like straight up size dot to it. These Hottie Hots, they're low rise and they're talls. So they're 4-inch inseams. So they're both things. They're not a high rise and they're not short shorts. They're long and they're low, which is hilarious. It's kind of like the funniest combination. Hottie Hots have that flat panel in the back, in the front, and then they're a full-on elastic waistband. Hottie Hots are gonna have the zip pocket on the side. It really just like blends right in, essentially. And then these are lined. They don't have that little venting panel in the back. That's a different style. So these are just the camo Hottie Hots. They have an army green liner to them. These are in great condition. Hottie Hots also have that little venting on the side there. It is the morning after my live show, and last night I had decided to go live again since my rack was already full with all of the items that hadn't sold earlier. 3, 4, 5, 6. I did sell 7 items last night that I'm going to be talking about and shipping out this morning. Also, back to back, kind of sold 3 items after my live show. One turned out to be a Lululemon bra, and I sold a Patagonia base layer, and I just happened to mention how, you know, we're getting into hiking season and camping season, and so people are actually going to be looking for base layer items, and that's why I am always putting wool in my closet year round and base layers because people want them. I also sold a pair of linen pants, and I think where I want to go in this very moment is during my live show. Interestingly enough, with these shorts, I was going through my rack and I was like, oh, I have these size 10 Lululemon shorts. And I realized that they weren't in my tray. And I thought that was a little weird. So then I kind of determined, okay, these shorts I had recently sourced, and I just didn't get to updating them, I didn't even realize that they sort of went from a random pile into my Lulu stuff, and they made it onto the rack for the show and they sold, but I had like a gap in my process. So I store all of my Lululemon items in one bin, and I will talk about my inventory system. Not everyone needs a number and letter based inventory system. That's just my personal opinion. I've been running my business for 2.5 years without using an inventory system that is numbers based. It's due to the size of my closet and what I think I can handle. So what I did was I actually pulled out my laptop, and before I put an item in the bin, I made sure it was listed in my closet. So what I currently have on this rack are all items that are new to my inventory that I brought into live shows that haven't been posted yet. For example, I have posted this shirt just to get it listed for the live show, but I have a few details I want to update. These items right here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. There's about 20 items here that I pulled for the show that actually need to be properly photographed and listed before they go into my inventory. So I had an unusual experience with these Lululemon shorts that I just want to quickly share, and curious to see what people would do in this situation. So I noticed there were like these tiny little white marks that were right here in the waistband, and I felt like it was a little unusual. I'm not kidding. It sort of felt like toothpaste on the waistband. And then when I realized that I hadn't photographed these shorts, it was just something that I like overlooked. I noticed it in the live, but it was just a small little round circle, and I thought, oh, it's no big deal. I'll just clean these. And then, I put them in the wash last night before I needed to ship them out this morning. So then I started to take a little bit of a closer look and determine what was happening. And what I actually realized was that the tiny elastic, probably a 1/4 inch elastic, was starting to break down, and it almost felt a little bit gummy to it, the elastic itself on the inside of the fabric. That gumminess was coming through the material. Now I was able to launder that and get those spots off, but there's still some marks there. And then I also noticed that it started to happen in the elastic right here in the side seam. So what I did was I took pictures of the spots, and then I took a picture of the liner, and I'm just gonna message the buyer this morning and say, hey, I'm shipping. I cleaned these last night and I noticed that the elastic is starting to break down. I am more than happy to cancel this item. Heart of hearts, I should just cancel them and take it as a loss. And it really points to, so for live shows, I am a person personally who doesn't love, I love selling unlisted items simply for the ease of the workflow. I mean, you don't have to go through all the trouble of photographing and listing them. But the other side of that coin is that you may not had the time with the items. Like if I was photographing them underneath my ring lights, I would have noticed this issue with the shorts. So I have recently sold a few pieces that I didn't notice the extent of what was happening with the fabrics. So that's really where I'm going with this. It's like, it's great and it's faster, and a lot of the times you'll see something on the spot and let people know, hey, the elastic in this is getting a little aged. Are you still interested in buying them? I'll offer them at 50%. I sell last night in my live show. I went live at 7 p.m. I sold a Define jacket. Now, I sold this Define jacket with the following disclaimer. Needs TLC, okay? So yesterday I sold those Align joggers that took me at least 10 minutes of depilling and trying to get the lint off of it because the material was a little bit more on the sticky side, which is just a very common kind of evolution of some Lululemon fabrics depending on how the person cared for them. So I have this black defined jacket, which is probably one of the most popular styles of Lululemon jackets. They sell easily for $40 to $60, especially some colors are collectible. There are no structural problems with this jacket, but I said to the buyer, I'll sell this to you for $22 if you lint roll it. And she said, I'll take it. So I'm off the hook today. I told her I'm shipping this out as is, and it's your job to get this clean. I also sold her a pair of black leggings, and I said, I'll wrap these separately from the defined jacket. So last night in my show, Athleta was not the star, but Lululemon was the star. I also sold a pair of shorts. And I sold another pair of shorts. It was a shorts show. I pulled up into my show, and before I knew it, I had sold almost 3 pairs of shorts, like within 10 minutes of opening my show. So that was really cool. When I bought these shorts, they had a mark on right here, which is the back of the waistband. It was like a yellowish color mark, almost like a mustard color. And so I did my concoction of Dawn dish soap, hydrogen peroxide, and baking soda, and I actually let it sit this time. I did it once and I did it kind of quickly, but this time I let the mark sit with the pre-treatment for a few hours, and then I washed them before the show to have available to make sure that it came out, and it just looks amazing. I can't even tell that there was a mark there. So I'm very happy with that, because it just instills in me that I do have the skills. I have a little bit of my mom in me. She was the queen of getting stains out. I sold these Wonder Under full length knit ones. They're like kind of that herringbone, and they're in a berry color. And the buyer asked me to pull these Skims lounge pants from my closet, and I wound up trying them on at the show. They're a 2X, 3X. She knows they're gonna be big on her, and she just wanted something comfy, cozy, and loungy. So I pulled these and I sold these as a bundle to the buyer. I offered her 50% off on the Skims pants. And then it turns out, kind of after my show, I sold this Lululemon Free to Be Wild bra. And if I had sold this in my show, I sold it for $30. It would have sold for closer to $20, $22. So I was happy with that. I accepted an offer for this Patagonia Capilene mid-weight base layer for $27. This is a really fun print. This happens to be in really great condition to it. And this morning I woke to an offer. I had sent out an offer of $32. I had these in my closet for $38. The buyer offered me $30 and I accepted. They're a pair of Sanctuary linen pants. I will quickly turn on my steamer and gently steam these before shipping them out. I'm gonna contact the buyer of the Lulu shorts. I'm gonna ship this stuff out, and then I'm gonna tackle this rack of stuff that needs to be finished up in the listing process or just needs to be listed for the first time. This feels super manageable, so that's kind of where I am. Yesterday I sold $449, and let's see how many listings that was. That was 19 listings were sold yesterday, obviously as a result of hosting a live in the morning and then in the evening. I mean, there is no guarantee you're gonna sell anything in a live, so definitely grateful. And then these few other miscellaneous items that came in around my live shows. These are gonna get shipped out. I appreciate everyone coming by, and this is kind of what I look like in the morning. Let's just be honest. A little bit of a slippery slope, feeling presentable to be putting myself out there, but here I am, showing up, getting the work done. Shorts Update already 5 minutes later. I messaged the buyer. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. The elastic has degraded in these shorts. I don't feel comfortable sending them. And I told her I would cancel the order. She was in agreement. Thank you so much. I also just said to her, since I technically have not canceled the order yet, that if you find anything in my closet up to a $50 value, she had spent $20, that I'd be more than happy to send out those items to her. So I'm curious to see if there's anything that piques her interest, and I'll send it out to her. Okay, I'm closing out the video. I just went to yoga. I'm standing before you proud. I have photographed everything except for one item because my battery just died on my phone. Of course. Thank you so much for watching this, and most importantly, thank you for the motivation to help me keep chugging along at my business and making these little steps every day that just help me in the long run make strides. Take care, everyone.